Wrexham is a town in North Wales. It is the administrative centre of the wider Wrexham County Borough, located in the east of the region. It is situated between the Welsh Mountains and the Lower Dee Valley alongside the border with Cheshire, England. As the largest town in the north of Wales, it is a major centre of the region's administrative, commercial, retail and educational infrastructure. At the time of the United Kingdom Census 2011, the Wrexham locality had a population of 61,603 as defined by the Office for National Statistics. The larger urban area had a population of 65,692, the fourth largest in Wales. History Prehistoric to Roman times Human activity in the Wrexham area dates back to the Mesolithic period. By the early Middle Bronze Age the area had developed into a centre for an innovative metalworking industry. A Roman civilian settlement was located in the Plas Coch area of Wrexham and excavations have revealed evidence of agriculture and trade with the wider Roman world. Mercian conquest By the end of the 6th century AD, the area was being contested between the native Celtic inhabitants and the English invaders advancing from the east. The Anglo-Saxons went on to dominate northeast Wales from the 8th to 10th centuries and the settlement of Wrexham was likely founded by Mercian colonists on the flat ground above the meadows of the River Gwynfroi during the 8th century. The origins of the name Wrexham may possibly be traced back to this period. Welsh restoration and border conflict Renewed Welsh and Viking attacks led to a reduction in Anglo-Saxon power in North Wales from the early 10th century. Following the Welsh reconquest of the area during the 11th century, Wrexham formed part of the native Welsh lordship of Maelor. During the 12th century the lordship was disputed between the Welsh and the English. The first recorded reference to the town in 1161 is to a Norman motte and bailey castle at Rhystlesham, which was likely founded in the Ubdig area around 1150 by Hugh de Avranches, Earl of Chester. However, by the early 1200s Wrexham was undisputedly in the hands of the Welsh House of Powys Fadog. Stability under the Princes of Powys enabled Wrexham to develop as a trading town and administrative centre of one of the two commotes making up the lordship. In 1202 Madog ap Gruffydd Maelor, Lord of Dinas Bras N, granted some of his demesne lands and a Reichsscham unregistered trademark to his newly founded Cistercian Abbey of Volcruces and in 1220 the earliest reference to a church in Wrexham is made. March Wrexham Following the loss of Welsh independence on the death of Llywelyn ap Gruffydd in 1282, Wrexham became part of the semi-independent Marcher lordship of Bromfield and Yale. Wrexham increased in importance throughout the Middle Ages as the lordship's administrative centre, and the town's position made it a suitable centre for the exchange of the produce of the Dee Valley and Denbighshire uplands, whilst iron and lead were also mined locally. From 1327 onwards, the town is referred to as a Villa Mercatoria and by 1391 Wrexham was wealthy enough for a bard, jester, juggler, dancer and goldsmith to earn their living there. The traditional pattern of Welsh life remained undisturbed, and until the close of the Middle Ages the pattern was for English incomers to be rapidly assimilated into Wrexham's Welsh society, for instance adopting Welsh patronymics. At the beginning of the 15th century, the local gentry and peasants backed the rebellion led by Owain Glyndwr Macronnel which proved economically disastrous for the town. Local poet Glyn Gutto Glyn wrote of Sir Nat Madog, the great-nephew of Owain Glyndwr Macronnel, as Alexander I Wrexham. In the mid-15th century, the parish church was gutted by fire. The main part of the current church was built in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. 16th to 17th centuries The Acts of Union passed by Henry VIII brought the lordship into the full system of English administration and law. It became part of the new Shire of Denbighshire in 1536. The economic character remained predominantly agricultural into the 17th century but there were workshops of weavers, smiths, nailers as well as dye houses. A grammar school was established in 1603 by Alderman Valentine Broughton of Chester. During the English Civil War, Wrexham was on the side of the Royalists, as most Welsh gentry supported the king, but local landowner Sir Thomas Middleton, owner of Chirk Castle, supported Parliament. The 1620 Nordens jury of survey of Wrexham Regis stated that 4/5 of the land-holding classes of Wrexham bore Welsh names and every field except one within the manor bore a Welsh or semi-Welsh name. 18th to 19th centuries The Industrial Revolution began in Wrexham in 1762 when the entrepreneur John Wilkinson, known as Iron Mad Wilkinson, opened Bersham Iron Works. Wilkinson's steam engines enabled a peak of production at mineral lead mines on the outskirts of Wrexham. From the late 18th century numerous large-scale industrialised collieries operated in the southern section of the North East Wales coalfield, alongside hundreds of more traditional small-scale pits belonging to a mining tradition dating back to the Middle Ages. Wrexham was also known for its leather industry. By the 18th century there were a number of skinners and tanners in the town. 18th-century literary visitors included Samuel Johnson, who described Wrexham as a busy, extensive and well-built town, and Daniel Defoe who noted the role of Wrexham as a great market for Welsh flannel. The artist J.M.W. Turner also visited the town and painted a watercolour of a street scene entitled Wrexham, Denbighshire dated 1792 €3. By 1851, the population of Wrexham was 6,714. Within 30 years this had increased to 10,978 as the town became increasingly industrialised. Wrexham benefited from good underground water supplies which were essential to the brewing of beer. By the mid-19th century, there were 19 breweries in and around the town. Wrexham Lager Brewery was established in 1882 and Central Roden became the first brewery in the United Kingdom to produce lager beer. Reverend William Bingley described Wrexham in 1839 as of such size and consequence as to have occasionally obtained the appellation of the metropolis of North Wales. Wrexham gained its first newspaper in 1848. The Market Hall was built in 1848, and in 1863 a volunteer fire brigade was founded. In addition to brewing, tanning became one of Wrexham's main industries. In the mid-19th century Wrexham was granted borough status. A permanent military presence was established in the town with the completion of Hightown Barracks in 1877. Modern Wrexham By 1913 the North East Wales coalfield was producing up to 3 million tonnes a year and employed over 10,000 people, dominating the economic and cultural life of the area. However, the industry went into decline after the First World War, and of the 7 large-scale collieries operating in the Wrexham area in 1946, only 2 functional collieries remained by 1968. The last pit to close in the borough was Bersham Colliery in 1986. One of the worst mining disasters in British history occurred at Gresford Colliery in 1934 when underground explosions and a subsequent fire cost the lives of 266 men. The leatherworks in Pentreflin and Tultall Street, the many coal mines in the area, the brickworks in Abenbury, Brimbo Steelworks and the breweries all closed in the latter half of the 20th century. Wrexham suffered from the same problems as much of industrialised Britain and saw little investment in the 1970s. In the 1980s and 1990s, the Welsh Development Agency funded a major dual carriageway bypassing Wrexham town centre and connecting it with nearby Chester and with England's trunk road network. Areas environmentally damaged by the coal industry were reclaimed and the town centre was regenerated. New shopping areas have been created within the town at Henblas Square, Island Green and Eagles Meadow, and the Wrexham Industrial Estate, previously used in the Second World War, has become home to many manufacturing businesses. Wrexham's former police station on Regent Street, originally the barracks for the Royal Denbighshire Militia, is now home to Wrexham County Borough Museum. The museum has 2 galleries devoted to the history of the town and its surrounding communities. Governance. Wrexham County Borough Council elects a mayor who serves for 1 year. Between 2001 and 2005 Wrexham Council's website was named the best local government portal in Wales on 4 occasions and in 2007 was listed as 19th out of 20 in the UK's top 20 council websites based on usability, with the comment the leading council websites have significant scope to improve the usability of their online offering. People who live under the jurisdiction of Wrexham County Borough Council are able to pay taxes, debts and other fees through the website. They can also access many other services, such as reporting crimes, submitting planning applications and applying for permits. The Wrexham constituency elects members to the UK Parliament and the National Assembly for Wales. The constituency includes both the town and some of its outlying villages such as Gwersylt, Leigh, Marford, Rossett and Holt. The UK Parliament constituency of Wrexham has long been a safe seat for the Labour Party. Wrexham is divided into the communities of Acton, Rhosdew, Offa and Carrow Park. Public services Wrexham Mahler Hospital is the region's major acute district hospital, with over 900 beds, and is the largest of the 3 core hospitals in North Wales. It is situated in the south of the town, on Cresneward Road. In 1985 major expansion took place on the site, modernising many of the existing departments. It was also the headquarters of the North East Wales NHS Trust, until the merger of the local health boards and NHS trusts in North Wales created the Betsy Cadwallader University Health Board Euro, which is the largest health organisation in Wales. Other NHS hospitals within the borough are Chirk Community and Penny Polish Hospital. Yale Hospital, situated close to the Mahler Hospital on Wrexham Technology Park, is Wrexham's largest private hospital with over 25 beds. Formerly BUPA Yale Hospital, it is now owned and operated by Spire Healthcare. Wrexham is served by North Wales Police. Their Eastern Division headquarters is in the centre of the town. The region's main fire station is situated on Bradley Road close to the Island Green and Central Retail Parks. Other local fire stations are located in the nearby towns of Chirk and Llangollen. City status Wrexham has applied for city status 3 times since the turn of the 21st century, in competitions to mark the new millennium, and for both the Queen's Golden and Diamond Jubilees. In March 2012, it was announced that Wrexham had again missed out on city status as the community of St Asaph, which was often already considered as a ceremonial city, was granted city status. In March 2012, a report was issued stating a study was underway as to whether to establish a city region encompassing Wrexham, Deeside and Chester. Geography. Wrexham is not built on a major river, but on a relatively flat plateau between the Lower Dee Valley and easternmost mountains of North Wales. This position enabled it to grow as a market town, as a crossroads between England and Wales, and later as an industrial hub due to its rich natural reserves of iron ore and coal. But 3 small rivers flow through parts of the town, the Clywedog, Gwynfro and Allen. Wrexham is also famed for the quality of its underground water reserves, which gave rise to its previous dominance as a major brewing centre. Originally a market town with surrounding urban villages, Wrexham has now coalesced with a number of urban villages and forms North Wales' largest conurbation, including its western and southwestern suburban villages. The conurbation including Wrexham, Roslyn Tregaug, Cadpwyth and Leigh built-up areas totals over 100,000 residents. The Office for National Statistics defines a Wrexham built-up area making it the 134th largest built-up area in the UK, and the 4th largest in Wales. Wrexham is approximately 13 miles south of Chester, 30 miles northwest of Shrewsbury, 50 miles southwest of Manchester, and 140 miles north of Cardiff. Economy. Wrexham's economy has moved away from heavy industry to high-tech manufacturing, biotechnology, finance and professional services. The town also has the largest retail sector in North Wales. In 2007, the town was ranked 5th in the UK for business startup success, higher than most larger UK towns and cities. Shopping. There are several shopping streets. A cluster of retail parks is situated around the Inner Ring Road. Plas Coch and Bus retail parks are on the outskirts close to the A483. Central and Island Green retail parks are in the town centre. The newest development is at Eagles Meadow. The development is connected to York Street and High Street by a bridge. There are 3 traditional covered markets plus North Wales' largest open-air market. Wrexham has a shop mobility service which is free. Much of the Wrexham town centre is pedestrianised and there are car parks. Tourism. Wrexham held the National Eisteddfod of Wales in 2011. A number of visitor attractions can be found in the town: Wales Comic Con, the largest fan convention in Wales that brings actors, artists, writers and sports personalities to the town each year to meet thousands of fans who attend from around the globe. St Giles Church, one of the seven wonders of Wales and burial place of Elw Yale, Racecourse Ground, home of Wrexham FC and North Wales Crusaders. It is the world's oldest international stadium that still continues to host international games. Historic town centre buildings. Technic East Glyndon Micron RA Science Discovery Centre. Wrexham County Museum, museum showcasing local history. Seth Serran, the Welsh Centre provides a bilingual environment with locally sourced food, a bar, live entertainment, meeting rooms and community facilities. Indoor markets. Wrexham has always been known as a market town, and continues this tradition with two architecturally significant Victorian indoor markets, and a newer indoor market. Finance and professional services. Wrexham is home to a number of departments of the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, including the subsidiary AVOX, which collates and analyses company information for investment banks and financial organizations. At the end of 2014, DTCC employed 300 people at their Redwither Tower offices, with a plan to employ over 600 by 2016. This is due to the company deciding to move its global operations and client services division from Shanghai to Wrexham. Moneypenny is the UK's largest outsourced switchboard and personal assistance service. The company currently employs 400 people on Wrexham Technology Park, and following expansion to the USA and New Zealand are currently building a new global headquarters at the Western Gateway site in the town to accommodate over 1,000 employees. It is due to open in early 2016. Biotechnology and materials. Wrexham Industrial Estate is home to a number of biopharmaceutical companies. Wockhardt, Ipsen and Cytec Industries have major sites which provide research and development and manufacturing capabilities. Automotive and aerospace. Wrexham's close location to both aerospace and automotive manufacturers has led to a number of organisations being in the town. JCB have a transmissions and drivetrain site on Wrexham Industrial Estate. ACT and Magellan Aerospace have sites. Manufacturing. Large food manufacturing sites include Kellogg's, Cadbury, Calypso and Village Bakery. Electronics companies Sharp and Brother have manufacturing facilities located along the A483. Brewing. One of Wrexham's traditional industries, brewing has had a resurgence since 2010. Whilst only employing a small number of people, Wrexham is now home to 5 breweries located on Wrexham Industrial Estate and the town centre. Big Hand, Dig, Sandstone, Axiom, Wrexham Lager and Wrexham Lager beer breweries have all come to prominence in the last few years. Wrexham Lager exports its lagers globally, with plans to expand the size of the brewery sixfold by 2016. Wrexham has held on to a substantial manufacturing base after facing stiff competition from growing Eastern European and Asian economies. About 25% of jobs in Wrexham are in the manufacturing sector, with a growing number in service, financial and technology industries. Residential development. The central area of Wrexham has also seen a number of purpose-built residential development as well as conversions of older buildings to residential use. Outside the town centre, new estates are being developed in several areas, including over 500 homes at the former Brimbo Steelworks site, a ribbon of development on Mould Road leading out of the town and Ruthin Road. There are further plans. These include the development of National Trust land at Dig for over 250 homes. This latter proposal generated many protests, particularly from residents of nearby Rosdillen. A motion at the NT's 2008 AGM to block the development gained much support, but was overturned by proxy votes cast by the chairman. Demography. In April 2008, the IPPR identified Wrexham as having the largest influx of Eastern European economic migrants in Wales. Between 2004 and 2007, a total of 3,430 people from these countries had registered for work in Wrexham. A large Polish community exists in the town with a number of Polish supermarkets and restaurants opening in the town centre. In January 2015 it is estimated more than 2,000 Portuguese migrants live and work in the town. The community is mainly centred in the district of Hightown, and the community hold an annual carnival through the town centre. Culture Welsh language according to the 2011 census, the average percentage of Welsh speakers in the electoral divisions that make up the town of Wrexham was 11.01% compared to the Wales average of 19.0%. The average percentage of Welsh speakers for Wrexham County Borough Council was 12.9%, the highest proportion being in the rural Dyffryn Syriac division and the lowest in the urban Winstay division. Arts During the reign of Henry VIII, the Wrexham gentry sponsored a local company of actors. The town is referenced in the late Jacobean Beaumont and Fletcher play, The Pilgrim, unregistered trademark, in which the stock Welshman declares that Oe Pendragon was a gentleman, Margue, sir, and the organs at Wrexham were made by Relevations Euro. Wrexham hosted the National Eisteddfod in 1888, 1912, 1933 and 1977, as well as an unofficial National Eisteddfod event in 1876. The National Eisteddfod returned to the area in 2011, when Wales' leading festival was held on the land of Lower Burse Farm between July 30 and August 6. Wrexham has a number of theatres, including the Grove Park Theatre on Vicarage Hill, the Riverside Studio Theatre at Wrexham Musical Theatre Society on Salop Road, and the Yale Studio Theatre close to LLWYN. The main visual arts centre, Arel Wrexham, has recently moved to Chester Street. It holds exhibitions and events, with others at Glyndŵr Micron University in Plascoch and at Yale College. There is a multi-screen Odeon cinema in the Eagles Meadow development. Science Every March the town hosts the Wrexham Science Festival. Over 9,000 visitors attended events in 2007, making the event one of the biggest of its kind. Wrexham is also home to a branch of Technikist, known as Technikist Glyndŵr Micron R. The Science Discovery Centre is situated within Glyndŵr Micron University's Plascoch campus. Music Wrexham has built a music scene over the last few years. Live music venues have developed around the core of the town, including Central Station, the Old Swan, Penny Black and the Commercial. Further out of the centre, the Centenary Club, the William Aston Hall and the Student Guild at Glyndŵr Micron University also provide live music shows. The scene is dominated by local bands and the town has become known for the rock, indie and alternative genres. The local music scene has its own dedicated website, Wrexham Music, which features news, forums and details of upcoming shows. The town's music scene appears regularly on national radio. In 2007 it featured on BBC Radio 1's Steve Lamacq Show, and regularly features on the Welsh music portion of the station. Some international artists perform in the larger venues of Central Station or the William Aston Hall. Central Station is a club with a capacity of approximately 650, attracting touring bands. Since its opening in 2000 the venue has played host to several acts, including the Magic Numbers, the Cooks, Duffy, the Charlatans, Scratch Perverts, Ash, Puddle of Mud, the Subways, Manson, Shed 7, the Wonder Stuff, the Damned, Skindred, Super Suckers, Weakers, Block Party, 100 Reasons, Grandmaster Flash, Electric Six, Trashlight Vision, The Fall, Budgie, The Blackout, Kids in Glass Houses, The Rifts, Rooster, Elliot Minor, Blaze Bailey, Go, Audio, Daniel Lloyd and Mr. Pink, Kill Hannah and Robert Plant. The William Aston Hall at Glyndŵr Micron University is a 900-seat venue which has recently undergone extensive refurbishment, and is now designed to accommodate a range of events from conferences and exhibitions to theatrical performances and pop rock concerts. Acts who have performed there include Super Furry Animals, Feeder Love, Ray Davis, Freddie Starr and Sweet. Media Wrexham's local newspapers include two daily titles, North Wales Daily Post and The Leader, the weekly Free Wrexham Chronicle, and the weekly broadsheet Wrexham Leader, often known as the Big Leader. The Wrexham Music magazine is published monthly, and concentrates on the town's large music scene. Two radio stations are based in the town: a Eurocommunicorp station Heart FM and community radio station Callan FM serve the county borough from studios at Glyndŵr Micron University on Mold Road. Whilst BBC Cymru Wales runs a studio and newsroom for their radio, television and online services located at Glyndŵr Micron University but does not base their broadcasting there. An online news website covering the Wrexham area, wrexham.com, operates from offices at the Foundry in the town centre. Leisure = parks and open spaces = Wrexham has 3 parks, Bellevue Park, Acton Park, and Urbdig Park, as well as a green area within the town centre called Llwyn Isaf. Bellevue Park was built alongside the old cemetery on Rhuoben Road. The park was designed to commemorate the Jubilee year of the incorporation of Wrexham. It became neglected during the 1970s and many of the amenities were in a poor state of repair. A major project was undertaken to restore the park to its original splendour. This was funded by the Heritage Lottery Fund, Urban Parks Project, the Welsh Development Agency, and the European Regional Development Fund. The park reopened in June 2000. It now has children's play areas, a bowling green which is home to the Partier Bowling Club, tennis and basketball courts, an original Edwardian bandstand set in an amphitheatre, and a route for walkers and joggers. The park itself has many walkways through mature tree-lined avenues and has views of the parish church. The park is well lit and has a number of CCTV cameras to deter antisocial behaviour. Bellevue Park has regained its popularity with the people of Wrexham. Throughout the summer months social events take place, such as music concerts for all tastes and fun days for children. Acton Park was originally the landscaped grounds of Acton Hall. It was laid out in 1785 by James Wyatt on the instructions of the owner Sir Foster Cunliffe. Over the years the estate passed through several owners and in 1947 Wrexham Council was given the hall and park by the then owner Alderman William Aston. A section of Acton Park was sold for housing development in the 1970s. The remaining area covers about 17 hectares. Acton Park has a bowling green, tennis courts, a children's play area, Japanese-style garden and a large lake which has attracted diverse wildlife. The general layout of the park has remained unchanged since it was laid out in the 18th century and the park has many mature trees. Llwyn Isaf, situated alongside Wrexham Guildhall, is a popular green area within the town centre. The green was originally the landscaped grounds of a mansion house known as Llwyn Isaf. It now lies at the centre of Wrexham Civic Centre just off Queen's Square. The Welsh Children in Need concert was held here in 2005. Urbdig Park is 2 miles south of the town centre where the town meets the Clywedog Valley. The park is owned and managed by the National Trust, and is home to Urbdig Hall and its formal gardens. The park has some notable historic features. These include a hydraulic ram known as the Cup and Saucer which is used to pump water from the park to Urbdig Hall, and the remains of Rhystlyn Wat and Bailey which is thought to be the beginning of Wrexham as a town in the 12th century. Sport Football. The town has a professional football team, Wrexham FC, formed in 1864, making them the 3rd oldest professional football club in the world. Their home ground is the Racecourse Ground, the world's oldest international football stadium that still hosts international matches, having hosted Wales' first ever home international match in 1877. Wrexham compete in the English Football Conference after being relegated from League Two in 2008, following 87 consecutive seasons in the Football League. Currently managed by Kevin Wilkin, the club has a rich 140-plus year history and is perhaps most notable for an FA Cup upset over Arsenal FC. In 1992 and a 1-0 victory over Portuguese club FC Porto in 1984 in the European Cup Winners' Cup. They lifted the Ldv Vans Trophy at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff in April 2005, but had entered administration several months earlier and the 10-point penalty for this had caused their relegation to the basement division of the Football League. While in the Football Conference, Wrexham won the FA Trophy in their first appearance at Wembley Stadium in front of a crowd of 35,266. Wrexham are the record winners of the Welsh Cup, winning it 23 times in total and finishing runner-up 22 times. Wrexham was the site of the headquarters of the Football Association of Wales from its formation in 1876 until relocation to Cardiff in 1991. Rugby League. The Racecourse Stadium was home to European Super League club Crusaders Rugby League from 2010 to Euro 2011. After their departure from southern Wales, a consortium led by then owner and former Wrexham FC chairman Jeff Moss to take over the franchise led to the relocation. In addition to some top-class Australian players, the club hoped to develop local North Walian talent, filling a void and opportunity to compete at top level in other sports in North Wales. Their head coach was Brian Noble until his resignation in November 2010, and after a year of being an assistant it was announced Iestyn Harris was to be appointed head coach. In their first season, they made the high-profile signing of Wales AU international, Gareth Thomas. In 2010, the Crusaders accomplished entering into the finals series of the Engage Super League for the first time in their short history. North Wales Crusaders has been awarded a place in the Cooperative Championship 1 2012 season, to be played at the Racecourse ground due to the support of 5,000 fans and 300 businesses. In 2013, the Racecourse Stadium will host a group match and a quarter-final in the Rugby League World Cup, while Wrexham will also be a place for training and a team base camp. Rugby Union. The Racecourse ground has in the past also served as the secondary home of the Llanelli Scarlets, one of the 4 Welsh professional rugby union sides that compete in the Magnus-sponsored Celtic League. The Wales Rugby Union team have also played there on occasion. Wrexham is also home to rugby union team Wrexham RFC, a team affiliated to the Welsh Rugby Union. In 1931 9 Northern Welsh clubs met at Wrexham to form the North Wales Rugby Union. Wrexham RFC were one of the founders. Rose Rugby Club, one of Wrexham RFC's main rivals, are also based just outside the town in the village of Roslyn at Tregaug. Rose now have grown to match Wrexham's quality, making the rivalry even more intense than in previous years. Other sports. Athletics. A Euro Queensway International Athletics Stadium in Carrow Park is Wrexham's second stadium after the Racecourse and has hosted the Welsh Open athletics event in recent years. The stadium is also home to North Wales' largest athletics club, Wrexham Amateur Athletics Club. Basketball. A Euro Wrexham Raiders basketball club play at Glyndwr Plas Coch Sports Arena. Hockey. A Euro Plas Coch is home to the North Wales Regional Hockey Stadium, home of Wrexham Glyndwr HC, with seating for 200 spectators and floodlighting. The stadium was due to host the 2007 Celtic Cup in July that year. Horse racing. A Euro Bangor-Dundee Racecourse is 10 minutes south of Wrexham. Leisure centres. A Euro Wrexham has 7 leisure centres, Chirk, Clywedog, Darland, Gwyn Evans, Gwersylt, Plas Maddock, Queensway and Water World, which offer activities including swimming, aerobics, climbing walls and yoga. In December 2013, the Council's Scrutiny Committee recommended that both leisure centres, Plas Maddock and Water World, should close, causing much controversy and a protest scheduled for mid-January 2014. Netball. Wrexham Warriors play at Glyndwr Plas Coch Sports Arena. Roller derby. Wrexham has one of the newest roller derby leagues in the UK. The Wrexham Rejects train at Glyndwr University Sports Centre each week and teach newcomers how to skate and learn the sport of roller derby. Tennis. A Euro Wrexham is home to the North Wales Regional Tennis Centre, which plays host to a number of international competitions each year including the Challenger Series. The centre is a pay-and-play facility and is open 7 days a week to all members of the public. The centre is also home to the WLTA. Golf. A Euro Wrexham has 4 golf courses, Moss Valley Golf Club, Plassey Golf Club, Wrexham Golf Club and Clays Farm Golf Club. Model car racing. Wrexham has one of the oldest RC model car clubs in the country. Established in the early 1980s, the club started off at an outdoor venue off Hoseley Lane in Marford. WMCC now can be found at Cydpwyth Community Council, on Park Road, racing various classes of electric cars on Friday nights. Nightlife Wrexham's nightlife includes one of the biggest nightclubs in Wales, the 1,620-capacity Liquid Envy nightclub. Religion The parish church of St Giles Main article St Giles Church, Wrexham. St Giles is the parish church of Wrexham and is considered to be the greatest medieval church in Wales. It includes a colourful ceiling of flying musical angels, 2 early eagle lecterns, a window by the artist Edward Burne-Jones and the Royal Welsh Fusiliers Chapel. In the graveyard is the tomb of Ella Yale, who was the benefactor of Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, United States, and after whom Yale College Wrexham is named. As a tribute to Yale and his resting place, a scaled-down replica of the church tower, known as Wrexham Tower, was constructed at Yale University. The tower appears in an 18th-century rhyme, as one of the 7 wonders of Wales. Recently, a first edition of the King James Bible was discovered in a cabinet by the rector of the church. As far as he knows, the Bible has been in the church since it was first published. St Mary's Cathedral The Catholic Cathedral of Our Lady of Sorrows in Regent Street is the main church of the Diocese of Wrexham, which extends over all of North Wales. Built in 1857 at the height of the Gothic revival, the cathedral was home to the Bishop of Menevia from 1898 until 1987, whose diocese covered all of Wales. However, in 1987 the Catholic province of Wales was reconstructed, since which time the cathedral has been home to the Bishop of Wrexham. The cathedral is also home to the relic of St Richard Gwyn, Wrexham's patron saint. He was a Catholic martyr in the 16th century and was hanged, drawn and quartered at Wrexham's Beast Market. He was canonized by Pope Paul VI in 1970. Other denominations Wrexham also has a number of nonconformist chapels and churches around the town, including a core of the Salvation Army. The main Methodist church is Wrexham Methodist Church, built in 1971 on the site of the former Brynau Ffynnon Chapel on Regent Street. There is a mosque located on Grosvenor Road in the former Wrexham Miners' Institute. In the past, Wrexham had a church with a spire much taller than the St Giles Church Tower. This church was dedicated to and named after St Mark and located in St Mark's Road, but was demolished in 1960 after being declared unsafe and in danger of collapse due to inadequate foundations. A multi-story car park named St Mark's was erected on the site. Education Glyndŵr Micronar University named after the 14th-century scholar and last Welsh Prince of Wales, Owain Glyndŵr Micronar. Glyndŵr Micronar University was formed when the North East Wales Institute was granted full university status in 2008. It consists of Plas Coch campus in the western part of the town and the North Wales School of Art and Design located on Regent Street. The institution was originally founded in 1887 as the Wrexham School of Science and Art. Glyndŵr Micronar remains an accredited institution of the University of Wales and offers both undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. The Vice-Chancellor is Professor Michael Scott. Glyndŵr Micronar has approximately 8,000 full-time students and over 350 from outside the UK. Yale College of Wrexham Yale College/Collegio St El is the main provider of adult education in Wrexham and is one of the largest colleges in Wales. As a tertiary college, it also provides a wide range of higher education courses at its 2 campuses at Grove Park in the town centre and Bursham Road in southwest Wrexham. It is named after Ella Yale, best known for being the prime benefactor of Yale University. It was founded in 1950 as a state school on a site at Crispin Lane. In 1973, as part of the conversion of local schools to the comprehensive system, it was renamed as Yale Sixth Form College and the pupils relocated to other schools. The Crispin Lane site was incorporated into NEWI after the development of the Grove Park campus. In 1998, Yale College took up residence in 2 sites across Wrexham, the Faculty of Engineering and Construction at a site on Bursham Road, and a multi-purpose site in a redeveloped Grove Park campus. Over the next 15 years the college grew. In 2013 Yale College was merged with Deeside College, Northope College, and Llys Fasi College to form a new college, Coleg Cumbria under the leadership of the ex-Deeside principal Mr. David Jones. The merger officially took place on August 1, 2013. Schools. Wrexham has a number of primary and secondary schools. It has just one Welsh-speaking secondary school, Ysgol Morgan Llwyd. Recently, three of the largest secondary schools, St David's School, Ysgol Bryn Offa and the Groves High School were merged to create two larger super schools, Rosnesny High School, and Ysgol Clywedog. Other large secondary schools Darland High School and Ysgol Bryn Allen, were both built in 1958. Wrexham has become home to the first shared faith school in Wales, St Joseph's. There are 7 Welsh medium primary schools in Wrexham County Borough, 2 of which are located in Wrexham Town. Ysgol Morgan Llwyd serves as the single Welsh medium secondary school for the county and is located in Wrexham. Twin municipalities, Iserlohn, Germany, Reciboque, Poland. The town of Wrexham is twinned with the German district of Markaryncy Kreis and the Polish town of Reciboque. The first twinning was established on March 17, 1970 between the former Kreis Iserlohn and Wrexham Rural District. Its early success ensured that, after local government reorganisation in both countries in the mid-70s, the twinning was taken over by the new councils of Markaryncy Kreis and Wrexham Mala Borough Council and, in 1996, by Wrexham County Borough Council. In 2001 Markaryncy Kreis entered a twinning arrangement with Reciboque, a county in Poland, which was formerly part of Silesia, Germany. In September 2002, a delegation from Reciboque visited Wrexham and began initial discussions about possible cooperation which led, eventually, to the signing of Articles of Twinning between Wrexham and Reciboque in March 2004. The Wrexham area has strong historical links with Poland. Following World War II, many service personnel from the Free Polish Armed Forces who had been injured received treatment at Penny Polish Hospital. Many of their descendants remain in the area to this day. Transport. Rail. Wrexham has 4 railway stations, Wrexham General, Wrexham Central, Gwersylt and Rowbourne. Until the early 1980s what is now Platform 4 of Wrexham General, serving the Wrexham Central Bidston service, was a separate station, Wrexham Exchange. General has seen a 12% rise in passenger numbers between 2004 and 2007, Central seeing an increase of 18%. Wrexham General was opened in 1846, rebuilt in 1912 and again in 1997. It has 6 platforms. Wrexham General is on 2 different lines, the 7D Main Line and the Borderlands Branch Line. It is also on an extension of the West Coast Main Line towards London via Crewe. Welsh Marches Line services towards both Cardiff and Manchester travel via Wrexham on a regular basis. Wrexham General is the largest station in North Wales and frequency of services is steadily increasing. Wrexham General was also the base for the train operating company Wrexham and Shropshire. The company provided passenger train services from Wrexham via Shropshire to London Marylebone on an open-access basis. Services started in 2008 with an agreement for a 7-year period. Wrexham and Shropshire began running services on April 28, 2008. Having decided they could not make the business profitable, the company ended services on January 28, 2011. All services that operate from Wrexham Central to Bidston also run through this station. Wrexham Central, which is located on the Island Green Retail Park, is a small terminus station which is the southern terminus of the Borderlands Line. Until the 1998 construction of the Island Green Retail Park, Wrexham Central Station was located 50 metres further along the track. Plans are afoot to electrify the Borderlands Line which runs through General and Central to Deeside and the Wirral. This would increase capacity and accelerate speeds on the line. Gwersylt is an unmanned halt which serves the Gwersylt suburb of Wrexham. It is a stop on the Borderlands Line between Wrexham General and Bidston. Rowbourne is a bus and main line rail interchange located in South Wrexham. It is the second busiest station in Wrexham after Wrexham General. It is located on the Shrewsbury to Wrexham line between Chirk and Wrexham General. It now only has 2 through platforms, the former bay platforms long disused. The town centre is approximately 7 minutes away by train and 20 minutes by bus. Trains run hourly in each direction between Wrexham and Shrewsbury. Northbound trains usually continue beyond Wrexham to Chester and Holyhead, whereas southbound trains usually continue to either Cardiff or Birmingham. Bus equals. A recent focus on road transport by the council has improved bus travel in the Wrexham area, with most buses being low-floor and with slightly elevated bus stops to allow easier access. A new bus terminal, the largest in North Wales, has been built in Wrexham, with a staffed information booth. The bus station serves local, regional and long-distance bus services. It is served by various bus companies, including Arriva Buses Wales, GHA Coaches and Townlinks. Long-distance coaches are available to Edinburgh via Manchester, Bradford and Leeds into London via Telford and Birmingham. The Wrexham Shuttle provides a link between Wrexham and the nearby industrial estate. The Townlink bus connects the main bus station with Eagles Meadow Shopping Centre and Border Retail Park to the east and Wrexham General and Central stations with Plaza Koch, Wrexham Central and Island Green shopping centres to the south and west of the town. Wrexham is served by the National Express coach network, which picks up from the Wrexham bus station. Wrexham is one of the first areas in the United Kingdom to adopt the use of the distinctive yellow American Bluebird school buses. 10 currently operate in the Wrexham area, transporting pupils to and from the schools and colleges. Roads equals. The town centre is orbited by a ring road. The northern and eastern parts of the road are dual between Rosdew Road roundabout and Eagles Meadow. The A483 is Wrexham's principal route. It skirts the western edge of the town, dividing it from the urban villages to the west. The road has connections with major roads, A5, M54. The A5156 leads to the A534 and onto the Wrexham Industrial Estate. The A541 road is the main route into Wrexham from Old and the town's western urban area. It connects to the B5101 road which eventually leads to the A5104 road to the east of Truden in Flintshire. Future development. In 2012 there was an expectation that the Wrexham to Chester railway lines were to be redoubled at a cost of £36 million, with completion by early 2015. Redevelopment of the Kop stand at the Racecourse Stadium is expected to proceed in the coming years, with the owners of the stadium recruiting a development director named Paul Fletcher to push forward plans for the Kop. Western Gateway project is a long-term development proposed by the Wrexham Council as a third phase of the Wrexham Technology Park, focusing on companies that can help drive the local economy with better paid jobs while focusing on an eco-friendly approach from design to construction. Liverpool donated £100,000 to a study of electrification of the Wrexham to Bidston railway line, and a possible rail link to the North Wales coastline. This would open new rail links to the east, and the urban area of Liverpool. The line was put on indefinite hold following a larger than expected cost projection by Network Rail. In September 2013 it was announced by the Ministry of Justice that a new 2,000-inmate prison will be built on the former Firestone site at the Wrexham Industrial Estate by 2017. People, C category, people from Wrexham, Jack Mary Ann a local folk hero who lived in the Top Boathouse area of Broughton, William Davidson Bissett, Scots-born Victoria Cross winner. Cremated at Pentabitchen. Hannibal Bite class. Women's World Champion, 2005, 2008, David Bower a deaf actor who is best known for his role as David, the younger brother of Charles, in the comedy Four Weddings and a Funeral. Charles Harold Dodd eminent New Testament scholar and influential Protestant theologian, Percy William Dodd classics lecturer at the University of Leeds and captain in the West Yorkshire Regiment during the Great War. Arthur Herbert Dodd Welsh historian and professor of history at University College, Bangor. Stephen Evans, actor, best known for his regular role as Vine in the BBC sci-fi sitcom Hyperdrive alongside Miranda Hart and Nick Frost. He also appeared in Nighty Night, Doctors and My Family. Stephen attended Acton Park Primary School. Rosemary Franklin, a Euro beauty pageant contestant who won the 1961 Miss United Kingdom and Miss World. Chris Bartley, Olympic silver medalist rower. Amy Guy, current gladiator siren in the TV show of the same name. Member of British team in horse riding. Miss Wales 2004, Miss World Sport 2004. Miss United Kingdom 2005. St. Richard Gwyn, a Euro Catholic martyr and patron saint of Wrexham. Edwin Hughes, a Euro, the last survivor of the charge of the Light Brigade at Balaclava in the Crimea. Mark Hughes, a Euro former Welsh international footballer and subsequently manager of several clubs. Tom James, a Euro Olympic gold medalist rower. George Jeffreys, a Euro the hanging judge of Acton Hall in Acton. Darren Jeffreys, a Euro Hollyoaks actor. Dewey Penryn Jones, professional cricketer for Glamorgan CCC. 2014. Born in Wrexham 1994, Professor Sarah Wortley Herbert Jones FRS, chemist, inventor of the Jones oxidation, Weyonplet Professor of Chemistry at Oxford University. Joey Jones, a Euro football player who played for Liverpool, Chelsea and Wrexham. Paul Jones, a Euro retired Welsh international footballer. Rob Jones, a Euro footballer who played for Liverpool FC. K-Class, a Euro dance music group. Jason Coombs, a Euro footballer with Wigan Athletic. Charlie Lansborough, a Euro, British country and folk musician and singer-songwriter. Tom Lawrence, footballer with Leicester City. David Lord, a Euro, Irish-born holder of the Victoria Cross and Distinguished Flying Cross. Andy Moore, a Euro Neath Swansea Rugby Club and Wales international. Seb Morris also appeared as the face of Jack Will's Autumn-Winter 2013 campaign. Jonathan Aduti, a Euro-British national ice dance champion. John Godfrey Parry-Thomas, a Euro, engineer and racing driver. Lee Richmond Rose, a Euro Welsh international footballer who played for Stoke City, Sunderland and Celtic amongst others. Robbie Savage, a Euro former and Wales international footballer. Andrew Scott, a Euro guitarist with 70s glam rock band The Sweet. Dennis Taylor, a Euro ex-snooker world champion, currently living in Leigh. Tim Vincent, a Euro former Blue Peter presenter, now Access Hollywood reporter. Robert Wademan, a Euro, born in Wrexham, became Lord Mayor of London in 1823. John Iron Mad Wilkinson, a Euro son of Isaac, known for Bersham Iron Works in the town and producing cannons for the American Civil War. Leo Williams, a Euro Welsh pianist, received the Outstanding Young Artist Award from MIDEM Classique and the International Artist Managers Association. Mike Williams, editor of NME, Ella Yale, a Euro, businessman and benefactor of Yale University. Philip York, antiquarian and writer, Squire of a Dig, Neck Deep, Kerrang! Award-winning pop-punk band. References. External links. Wrexham County Borough Council, Wrexham.com, Evening Leader, Cullen FM, a Euro Wrexham Community Radio, Wrexham Tourism, a Euro Trip Advisor, Local History, a Euro Wrexham, the Anglican Parish of Wrexham, including Wrexham Parish Church, Wrexham Musical Theatre Trust, Wrexham FC, a Euro Wrexham FC official site, wrexhammusic.co.uk, a Euro online hub for music in Wrexham, Wrexham Arts, a Euro an online hub for arts, culture and entertainment in Wrexham, 360-degree panoramic view of Queen Square, Francis Frith. Historic photos of Wrexham. Wrexham is a town in North Wales. It is the administrative centre of the wider Wrexham County Borough, located in the east of the region. It is situated between the Welsh Mountains and the Lower Dee Valley alongside the border with Cheshire, England. As the largest town in the north of Wales, it is a major centre of the region's administrative, commercial, retail and educational infrastructure. At the time of the United Kingdom Census 2011, the Wrexham locality had a population of 61,603 as defined by the Office for National Statistics. The larger urban area had a population of 65,692, the fourth largest in Wales. History Prehistoric to Roman times Human activity in the Wrexham area dates back to the Mesolithic period. By the early Middle Bronze Age the area had developed into a centre for an innovative metalworking industry. A Roman civilian settlement was located in the Plas-Koch area of Wrexham, and excavations have revealed evidence of agriculture and trade with the wider Roman world. Mercian conquest. By the end of the 6th century AD, the area was being contested between the native Celtic inhabitants and the English invaders advancing from the east. The Anglo-Saxons went on to dominate northeast Wales from the 8th to 10th centuries, and the settlement of Wrexham was likely founded by Mercian colonists on the flat ground above the meadows of the River Gwynfroi during the 8th century. The origins of the name Wrexham may possibly be traced back to this period. Welsh restoration and border conflict. 18th to 19th centuries. The Industrial Revolution began in Wrexham in 1762 when the entrepreneur John Wilkinson, known as Iron Mad Wilkinson, opened Bersham Iron Works. Wilkinson's steam engines enabled a peak of production at mineral lead mines on the outskirts of Wrexham. From the late 18th century, numerous large-scale industrialised collieries operated in the southern section of the North East Wales coalfield, alongside hundreds of more traditional small-scale pits belonging to a mining tradition dating back to the Middle Ages. Wrexham was also known for its leather industry. By the 18th century there were a number of skinners and tanners in the town. 18th century literary visitors included Samuel Johnson, who described Wrexham as a busy, extensive and well-built town, and Daniel Defoe, who noted the role of Wrexham as a great market for Welsh flannel. The artist J.M.W. Turner also visited the town and painted a watercolour of a street scene entitled Wrexham, Denbighshire, dated 1792 €3. By 1851, the population of Wrexham was 6,714. Within 30 years this had increased to 10,978 as the town became increasingly industrialised. Wrexham benefited from good underground water supplies which were essential to the brewing of beer. By the mid-19th century, there were 19 breweries in and around the town. Wrexham Lager Brewery was established in 1882 in Central Road and became the first brewery in the United Kingdom to produce lager beer. Reverend William Bingley described Wrexham in 1839 as of such size and consequence as to have occasionally obtained the appellation of the metropolis of North Wales. Wrexham gained its first newspaper in 1848. The Market Hall was built in 1848, and in 1863 a volunteer fire brigade was founded. In addition to brewing, tanning became one of Wrexham's main industries. In the mid-19th century Wrexham was granted borough status. A permanent military presence was established in the town with the completion of Hightown Barracks in 1877. Modern Wrexham. By 1913 the North East Wales coalfield was producing up to 3 million tonnes a year and employed over 10,000 people, dominating the economic and cultural life of the area. However, the industry went into decline after the First World War, and of the 7 large-scale collieries operating in the Wrexham area in 1946, only 2 functional collieries remained by 1968. The last pit to close in the borough was Bersham Colliery in 1986. One of the worst mining disasters in British history occurred at Gresford Colliery in 1934 when underground explosions and a subsequent fire cost the lives of 266 men. The leatherworks in Pentreflin and Tultall Street, the many coal mines in the area, the brickworks in Abenbury, Brimbo Steelworks and the breweries all closed in the latter half of the 20th century. Wrexham suffered from the same problems as much of industrialised Britain and saw little investment in the 1970s. In the 1980s and 1990s, the Welsh Development Agency funded a major duelster, juggler, dancer and goldsmith to earn their living there. The traditional pattern of Welsh life remained undisturbed, and until the close of the Middle Ages the pattern was for English incomers to be rapidly assimilated into Wrexham's Welsh society, for instance adopting Welsh patronymics. At the beginning of the 15th century, the local gentry and peasants backed the rebellion led by Owain Glyndwr Macrona, which proved economically disastrous for the town. Local poet Glyn Gutto Glyn wrote of Sir Nat Madog, the great-nephew of Owain Glyndwr Macrona, as Alexander I Wrexham. In the mid-15th century, the parish church was gutted by fire. The main part of the current church was built in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. 16th to 17th centuries. The Acts of Union passed by Henry VIII brought the lordship into the full system of English administration and law. It became part of the new Shire of Denbighshire in 1536. The economic character remained predominantly agricultural into the 17th century, but there were workshops of weavers, smiths, nailers as well as dye houses. A grammar school was established in 1603 by Alderman Valentine Broughton of Chester. During the English Civil War, Wrexham was on the side of the Royalists, as most Welsh gentry supported the king, but local landowner Sir Thomas Middleton, owner of Chirk Castle, supported Parliament. The 1620 Nordens Jury of Survey of Wrexham Regis stated that 4/5 of the land-holding classes of Wrexham bore Welsh names and every field except one within the manor bore a Welsh or semi-Welsh name. Renewed Welsh and Viking attacks led to a reduction in Anglo-Saxon power in North Wales from the early 10th century. Following the Welsh reconquest of the area during the 11th century, Wrexham formed part of the native Welsh lordship of Maella. During the 12th century the lordship was disputed between the Welsh and the English. The first recorded reference to the town in 1161 is to a Norman Martin Bailey castle at Ristlesham, which was likely founded in the Ybdig area around 1150 by Hugh de Avranches, Earl of Chester. However, by the early 1200s Wrexham was undisputedly in the hands of the Welsh House of Powys Fadog. Stability under the Princes of Powys enabled Wrexham to develop as a trading town and administrative centre of one of the two commotes making up the lordship. In 1202 Madog ap Gruffydd Maella, Lord of Dinas Bras N, granted some of his demesne lands and a Reichsham unregistered trademark to his newly founded Cistercian Abbey of Volcruces, and in 1220 the earliest reference to a church in Wrexham is made. March Wrexham Following the loss of Welsh independence on the death of Llywelyn ap Gruffydd in 1282, Wrexham became part of the semi-independent Marcher lordship of Bromfield and Yale. Wrexham increased in importance throughout the Middle Ages as the lordship's administrative centre, and the town's position made it a suitable centre for the exchange of the produce of the Dee Valley and Denbighshire uplands, whilst iron and lead were also mined locally. From 1327 onwards, the town is referred to as a Villa Mercatoria, and by 1391 Wrexham was wealthy enough for a bard,